Putin's limo just exploded in the middle of Moscow, right outside the FSB's front door. And the Kremlin is scrambling. Emergency services race to the scene. Bystanders caught it on camera. And behind the scenes, panic. Because this wasn't just any car. It was one of Putin's custom-built Urus limousines, armored to the teeth, designed to symbolize invincibility. Now, it's a burnt-out shell, and Russia's elite security bubble is looking shakier than ever. Let's break down what we know, what this means, and how it's already fueling whispers of internal sabotage, rebellion, and betrayal at the heart of the Russian state. The facts, what little we have, are wild. One of Putin's high-security Urus limos caught fire and exploded near the FSB's Moscow HQ. The cause is unknown. The fire spread rapidly and consumed the vehicle before fire crews could contain it. Witnesses say the flames were violent, and the explosion was loud enough to rattle nearby buildings. Bystanders rushed in from nearby bars and shops. Security services arrived minutes later. But the damage was done. Now, the million-dollar question. Was Putin inside? Sources close to Russian media say no. He was not in the vehicle. But that's not the point. The explosion happened in the most heavily guarded district of Moscow, involved a presidential-level vehicle, and occurred right as Putin's security detail was preparing for upcoming events. This isn't just a car fire. It's a security breach of historic proportions. The Kremlin's official response: we are investigating. No details, no speculation, no footage released. But behind the scenes, things are far from calm. Interior security sweeps have begun across Moscow. Sewers, basements, and metro lines are being searched. FSB agents are reportedly being interrogated and frisked by their own. Internal alerts have been raised to level red across presidential security protocols. Putin is famously paranoid. This just turned the dial to paranoia level 11. This isn't some random car. The Urus Senate is Russia's answer to the U.S. Beast, the armored Cadillac that carries American presidents. Features include armored plating, bulletproof and bomb-resistant glass, chemical attack protection systems, escape hatch for emergencies, and custom communications and command systems. These things are built to survive a war zone. So when one of them explodes in peacetime Moscow, it's a red flag. Let's run through the theories. Mechanical failure. Possible? Sure. But these cars are obsessively maintained and rarely, if ever, fail this catastrophically. Message from within. Some insiders believe this could be a warning shot, a message from factions within the Kremlin or FSB, Ukrainian or Western covert ops. Speculation is flying on Telegram channels that this could be part of asymmetric retaliation for Russian drone attacks. Criminal or mafia-linked retaliation. With Putin cracking down on oligarch networks and ex-KGB rivals, someone may have sent a fiery message. Whatever it wasn't random. You don't just lose a limo outside the FSB building. Putin's inner circle has shrunk in recent years. He no longer shares power with oligarchs, relies on a wide intelligence network, or trusts foreign visits without bringing his own toilet and food taster. This event confirms what insiders have whispered for months. Putin believes the threat is now internal. Sources claim he's limiting motorcade movements, sleeping in rotating safe houses, and ramping up surveillance on his own cabinet. This limo fire? It's fuel to his worst fears. In Russia, optics matter more than truth. This limo wasn't just a car, it was a symbol of Putin's invincibility, of Russian elite power, of state control and security. Now it's ash, and the images are spreading like wildfire, despite Kremlin efforts to contain them. In the world of authoritarian power, symbols burn brighter than bullets. To outsiders, this is a major moment. It suggests cracks in the regime's internal control, vulnerabilities in the very heart of Moscow, and possible infighting within Russia's intelligence or military structures. To NATO and U.S. intelligence, it's a goldmine of insight. If the Kremlin is publicly shaken by a limo fire, what does that say about the true state of internal cohesion? Expect sweeping arrests inside the FSB and Kremlin staff. A public scapegoat, likely blamed on a lone saboteur. Ramp-ups in Putin's personal security and restrictions on public appearances. And a new wave of anti-West rhetoric, suggesting this was foreign sabotage. But behind the headlines, the truth is simple. Russia's power bubble is cracking, and the fire started from within. One limo explodes, and the entire regime starts twitching. This isn't about the car. It's about the illusion of control, about the idea that Putin is untouchable. Now, that illusion just went up in smoke. And whether it was a mechanical failure or a message, the message is clear. Even the armored can burn. Was this sabotage, a warning, or just a freak accident? What does this say about the state of Putin's inner circle? Drop your theories in the comments below.